What is happening, YouTube? So, a lot's been going on. I've been neglecting my channel. My hair is a different color. Needless to say, it's been a while. So, we got Bob's Burgers on the TV. I'm inside the truck, as you can see. I'm inside the sleeper. Lady don't come with the sleeper. Just so everybody knows, that's cleared up. So, let's make sure Bob's Burgers ain't distracting nobody. Right now, we're in Atlanta. We're chilling. Got lots of information. I'm actually going to go ahead and turn off this TV real quick. Lots of information. So, I left Covenant Transport a while back. My last video. Actually, that might have been my last video. No, it wasn't. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe I had another video inside of here, like when we first got into this. So, it's been over 6 months now that we've done this, been doing this here, and it's everything I thought I was gonna be. There's lots of money to be made here. Go ahead and sit on the bed while I talk. Lots of money to be made when it comes to doing this, and if you're a company driver getting paid by the mile, this is definitely the way to go, because it may not be a semi-truck, and a lot of the expedite trucks normally do want husband and wife teams. Now, that doesn't mean you're completely out. I know plenty of people who wouldn't be opposed to hiring teams. And if you want that kind of information, you can comment below and I'll contact you directly and give you that kind of information. But, so, main thing right now, I just want to let you know. I talked about money. It's a big financial benefit to move from company driving to over here. 2 reasons why. Number 1, if you work for an owner, most of the time, you're not going to be paid by the mile. You're going to be paid by a percentage of the load. So, if the load pays the truck $1,000 and you're making 40%, you made $400. So, normally loads like that, as far as working with FedEx, loads like that you are normally going to get done within a day. So, if you break it down, you could get like $400 a day if it's something like that. Now, if you know you're going across country, the load more than likely is going to end up paying $4,000 or $5,000 depending on where it's going, how long it takes to get there. Most of these trucks aren't governed at 65 miles an hour. Half the time, if you are a tractor trailer driver and you work for a company, most of the time you see us blow by you, and that's because we're not governed. Some trucks are not governed. I'm not going to say all. I think if you go to Canada, you have to be governed at 65, but other than that, the ones who don't go to Canada are the ones you see waving at you when we go by. So now, that being said, the other cool thing about this is, and I don't know if I touched on this in my other video or not, we're not forced dispatch. So company drivers who are sick and tired of your fleet team or fleet manager, whoever plans your routes and whatnot, saying, hey, listen, we just got this load, go here, pick this up, take this here, drop it off, pick up an empty here, go over here, do all that. No, it don't work that way here. So, basically, the way it comes in is you get an opportunity. You get basic information, where it picks up, where it delivers, when it picks up, when it delivers, as far as date and time. You get information if there's more than one stop on it, more than one delivery or more than one pickup. You get the information of how many miles it's going to be empty that you have to go to, how much they're going to pay you for the empty miles. You get how much they're going to pay you for the loaded miles. And the other information that you also get is what kind of stuff is involved? Are you going to have to use the reefer unit? Are you going to have to use the lift gate? Are you loading it or are they loading it? Do you have to use your pallet jack? A lot of different factors go into how much each load pays. The more factors goes into it, the more you make. So, also it tells you what kind of load it is, whether it's hazmat, radioactive, if it's just surface freight, which normally, if you're qualified to do, they call it white glove and, T-val, which basically is just a fancy word of saying make sure your truck's clean and your reefer units can be run. So, there's a lot of differences in this versus where I was at Covenant. At Covenant, I was on the reefer division. I was going back and forth from California to the East Coast and East Coast back to California, doing a lot of loads out of Colton. This ain't normal stuff. They may pay you $4,000 to cross the country with one pallet that weighs 100 pounds. It is ridiculous the kind of money they pay for little things.